Guys, how are you going? My questions are for Mr Shee, if that's okay, Universities Australia. How much do universities in Australia actually receive in direct funding from the federal government?
Senator, I don't have the exact numbers because that varies on depending of different programs. So there's teaching and learning grants, there's research block grants, there's research competitive grants, there's a whole range of things. So I can take on notice what we have in terms of budget figures. But certainly what I would say is that international students provide an enormous amount of our overall operational funding.
So that's fine. I just wanted a straight-up answer that you don't have. I've got figures that show you receive about $10 billion in direct funding, and then there's another $10 billion through the Education Loan Scheme, HEX, what's known as HEX. So don't you think, so on average it's about $20 billion a year?
$20 billion is a figure that comes to my mind, Senator. I will correct you on the second $10 billion, though. So there is certainly, I think last time I checked, it's around only $2+ billion of
OK, so let's stick with the
$10
$10 billion in direct funding. Don't you think it's a bit rich to say that we shouldn't get political when $10 billion of taxpayers' funding goes directly to subsidise universities?
This is a sector that teaches more than 1 million students, 1 million Australian students. So it's a fundamentally important part of Australia's economic and social success. So it's right that we get...
Absolutely. And education is a role of government, and it is our responsibility to make sure that we are teaching our children, putting them into the right skill set. Do you not accept that?
I fundamentally agree with you, and I want to see more students go to Australian universities to get the skills they need to compete in an advanced Australian economy.
Not everyone needs to go to university.
No, that's true, but what I would say is that we need, with the systemic underfunding of our system, we're reliant on international revenue to deliver those outcomes for Australians.
That's my next question. So can you also take on notice, if you don't have it available, how much money you earn from foreign students directly? So I don't want what foreign students earn in Australia. I want to know what foreign students pay to you directly.
Certainly, and look, it's around the $13 billion mark, but we'll get a more precise...
$13 billion mark. And can you also please provide on notice, if you don't have them directly, how many domestic students you're educating in Australia versus how many foreign students you're educating in Australia? And ideally, and this may be starting to drill down a bit too much, could you also break that out by degree type, if that's possible?
Senator, I will say that there's at least 1 million Australian students in the system, and there's about 311,000 international students in the system.
OK, so it's about a 3-to-1 ratio.
Correct.
In terms of domestic. OK, that's good to know.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.